Hello and welcome back to another Gunpla review. Today we'll be taking a look at the AMS-129 Geara Zulu Guards type from Mobile Suit Gundam Unicorn. Now, before we get started, I do apologize for the nub marks. This isn't my kit. I got my friend into the hobby recently and, well, this is his, so don't be too harsh. But anyway, without further ado, let's start off this review, as always, by taking a look at the articulation. Alright, starting out, the head is on a ball joint, and I will point out that there's a little lever in there to turn the mono eye. I can't get at it, and don't want to risk destroying my friend's kit, so it can do it. The arms are on a forward hinge, but because of the shoulder, you don't really get a lot of use out of it. Outwards hinge, but due to how bulky the shoulder armor is, you only really get about 90 degrees. Not too horrible, but you do get a rotation at the upper arm. Just over 90 degrees at the elbow, and the hands, as usual, are on ball joints. Now there's a ball joint in the waist, and you get a surprisingly decent range out of it, though the torso is mostly static. The front skirts can actually be split down the center, but my friend didn't do it, so they're not here. Side skirts can hinge out about that far. They're on a polycap. They can rotate, but you're not really going to get any use out of that. Back skirt is solid. Hips do get a forward and back rotation, though not really going to do much since the hips are on ball joints, meaning you don't really get much more than, well, I mean, you get pretty good out to the front, but that's about as far as you get out to the side. Now the knees are actually pretty decent. First thing, double jointed, so they get 100 degrees, over 90. And the feet are on a forward back hinge and a ball joint. They get pretty good range, though not a lot to the front, unfortunately. So, I mean, the kit definitely shows its age, but given its size and the bulk, it does have pretty decent articulation. Now, moving on to the accessories, and as you'll notice, this kit has quite a few, but let's start off, as always, by taking a look at the sticker sheet, and yeah, this one, a little bit much, you think? Basically every single white stripe and sleeve that is supposed to be on this kit is stickers. And also they, as far as I can see here, don't actually give you non-commander stickers. So when we get to the additional parts, you'll notice that the sticker isn't the same as the piece. But of course, I did use the mono eye sticker, and the others are scopes for the weapons. Speaking of weapons, let's start off with the main rifle. Pretty simple, just two pieces of plastic sandwiched together, but it actually does look really nice, and it does have a bit of a gimmick in that you can take this little grenade launcher and slide it onto the front here and give it a barrel attachment. Now this is also just two pieces of plastic wedged together, so it May not always stay on the best, but the option is there. And so I'm not sure if I'm going to be able to get the trigger finger hand off it, but moving on to this, they do hold exactly the same. So moving on, you have the bazooka. Sorry if I don't remember the exact names for these things, but they both have pegs on the handle, and this is just two pieces of plastic sandwiched together, and they don't even give you color correcting stickers for it, so Next up you have the grenades, which are just two pieces, the top and the stick. No color correcting stickers for these either, I think. Get the beam tomahawk, which thankfully is color correct with separate pieces. And these are the flexible plastic they usually use for beam sabers, so you don't really have to worry about them breaking. And finally, you get the shield, which actually is hinged. And, come on, you actually can peg this on both sides. It uses a polycap. Seems to be a bit tight around this one, but nothing really to worry about. And it pegs onto the arm basically like that. It's not a super secure connection, not helped by the spikes on the shoulder kind of bumping against the shield, but it does at least stay on, so can't really complain. Oh, and of course you do get the standard holding hands that come with pretty much every kit. Now, you may have noticed these parts, and if I bring the Zulu back in, you can see that these just peg on here at a weird angle that I'm kind of having trouble to get them on. Like that, yeah. And these just easier said than done. But these do just peg onto the front skirt here. Does look a little bit silly, but it does work. And then it's easier if you just pop the top of the body off, get this little panel out, and then with the same peg hole, you attach this onto the back, and this holds most of the weapons. You take the stick grenades and peg them on here. Then you take the beam tomahawk and peg that on this side, and then you can take the bazooka and peg that on here. Well, other way around, but like that. And with that, you can store all of the accessories, mostly. You put the shield on the arm, have him hold the rifle, and you can actually display the figure with all of the weapons, ammo, shield on the figure, which is really cool. Sometimes you really don't get that. Now, moving on to those additional parts I was talking about. Let's start off by showing that you do in fact get the commander head and the antenna. And man, this antenna does not want to stay in, but I mean, given how it attaches, you can probably see why. Yes, thank you for actually focusing, camera. It just sits in that, it doesn't peg in or anything, it just kind of sits there. I mean, it's decently tight, but if it comes out, you're gonna have to glue it. Next up, we have, well, the chest sleeve anyway, for the commander type. And I really wish my camera would actually just autofocus. Hang on. There, hold that. Yeah, you do actually get the sleeves for the standard non-commander, but you only get the stickers for these ones. And you do actually get the arm sleeves as well. Though honestly the stickers are bad, so you probably want to paint them anyway. Also, you do get additional legs, which, yeah, the only real difference is that instead of having this on the peg, it's up on the knee, meaning that there's another nub mark that needs to be removed. And just because I already have the rest of the runners out, here's the polycaps that are left over. Now on to a quick size comparison, and yeah, this is a pretty sizable kit. The unicorn suits tended to get a little bit overly big, honestly. So to wrap this review up, this is a pretty decent kit. Not super easy to get your hands on, but then again, most of the unicorn kits aren't these days. The articulation suffers from the age it was made in, but even then it has pretty decent articulation. Aside from the seams on the front of the legs, there's not really anything you have to worry about cleaning up. Though if you want it to be color accurate, get ready to do a lot of thin paint lines, and also a reverse wash on all those sleeves. That said, I am genuinely impressed that it's able to have all of its accessories on it, especially with how many accessories it comes with. So if you were interested in getting this kit, I can recommend it. Anyway, that's been all for this review. Thank you very much for watching. Be sure to let me know what you think down in the comments below. Subscribe for future reviews and watch my backlog. And as always, until next time, happy building.